Hi, my name is Anabel Tenorio, and I'm the Secretary of CONFESC, the Coalition of Spanish Association, which represents people affected by multiple chemical sensitivity and electrohypersensitivity. We are eager to introduce one of our latest projects, two reports where we examine the reality of people affected by these diseases, but this time from a human rights and disability approach, where we highlight the serious human rights violations they suffer. It is urgent that public administrations become aware and adopt measures to promote changes that improve our full social inclusion. Please help us to share this information and raise collective awareness about this issue. Thank you.
Multiple chemical sensitivity is a disease whose case definition was established in 1999 in a broad international consensus and states that symptoms are reproducible with repeat chemical exposure, the condition is chronic, low levels of exposure cause manifestation of the disease. Such levels are lower than usual or previously tolerated. Symptoms improve with removal of the incitating agents. Response occurs to multiple chemical and related substances. Symptoms involve multiple organ systems. Therefore, we are dealing with a chronic disease in which there are different degrees of involvement. An MCS patient reacts to everyday and most commonly used products such as hygienic products, gel, shampoo, cosmetic, fragrance, creams, deodorants, cleaning products, detergents, disinfectants, softeners, or others such as air fresheners or incense. The people are faced with the need to avoid contact with these products and therefore also avoid the people who carry them or the spaces in which these products are used. As a result, severely affected people are often unable to carry out basic daily tasks such as shopping, going to the bank, or taking a walk, due to the herbicides or disinfectant products on the roads, public transport, streets, etc. They also find it difficult to keep their jobs or to go to school or university. Something as necessary as going to doctor can seriously worsen health. The reality of people with multiple chemical sensitivity is poorly understood on a social level, and the need to avoid this toxic substance often means losing contact with family and friends, which can affect to the psychological environment. In the end, one has to isolate oneself in order to survive.
People with electrohypersensitivity also face environmental barriers associated with non-native EMFs. EHS is aggravated by the fact of being a less known health condition, administratively unrecognized, except in Sweden and very recently in the Netherlands, and therefore more socially stigmatizing. We call electrohypersensitivity the biological syndrome that some people suffer as a result of acute or chronic exposure to non-native EMFs, in which different physiological systems and responses of the body are gradually compromised. EHS is a multisystemic condition that, when it reaches a high degree of involvement, can present a chronic course. As it has happened with other pathologies or emerging health risks, there are controversies around electrohypersensitivity. For example, about the term itself, or about the scientific approaches to its research, or to the quality of it. The fact is that while scientists debate and work on it, there is an increasingly large group of people who are seeing their health seriously affected by the physiological effects of electromagnetic fields. As with multiple chemical sensitivity, the level of involvement of EHS can be so high that it becomes incompatible with a regular daily life. Thus, for example, people with EHS have great difficulty or even cannot go to public spaces like the gym, the theater, going to the pub with their children, traveling or using public transports or walking in the streets of populated areas, or even worse, going to the hospital, keeping or accessing jobs, maintaining a minimal social and family life. And if they do, because eventually they need to, their health or their day's homeostatic balance is seriously affected. The most serious problem is that very often EHS people are not safe even in their own homes, where they receive emissions from all kinds of external infrastructures like antennas, alarms, repeaters, Wi-Fi's, smart meters, smart TVs, microwave ovens, vacuum cleaners, mobile phones, deck phones, etc. They will need either to shield their homes, something that not everyone can afford, or move house or locality, or more than once, or even in emergency situations, try to take refuge in clean natural areas for a while. If the EHS person also suffers from multiple chemical sensitivity, where and how is he or she supposed to live?
Government inaction in response to triggers such as chemical or electromagnetic fields not only severely impacts the health and quality of life of those affected, but also violates their human rights under international law. According to the UN Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities, people who face severe limitations in daily life due to the interaction between their health condition and physical, social, or environmental barriers are considered people with disabilities, regardless of official recognition. This means that they have rights that the states must respect, promote, and protect. This isn't just a theoretical issue. It has real-world implications. Governments and administrations must ensure accessibility and reasonable accommodations in all areas, including hospitals, schools, housing, workplaces, and public spaces. These measures help people enjoy their human rights on an equal footing with others.
For those suffering from multiple chemical sensitivity or electromagnetic hypersensitivity, these measures should aim to avoid exposure to triggering agents through proper environmental controls. Unfortunately, a lack of knowledge about these conditions, combined with diagnostic challenges and a general misunderstanding of organic disabilities, leads to misinformation and stigma. This makes it hard for people with these conditions to be recognized as persons with disabilities, and leaves them invisible to institutions and society. Our reports highlight how this invisibility results in the systematic failure of Spain to meet its obligation under the Convention. This failure creates numerous barriers that put the physical and mental health of affected individuals at serious risk and push them towards social exclusion.